I'm doing well. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm also over the moon. I'm doing absolutely fantastic. And this is our productive conversation. I'm looking forward.
Yeah, me too.
Okay,
I hope so.
yes. So, Rani, this is our first conversation together. I want to know something about yourself. Could you please tell me about yourself?
Why not? Okay. I'm Rani. I'm Rani Bhadoria from Madhya Pradesh. I'm a student, and moreover, I do work as a teacher, as a primary teacher. I'm working right now.
Okay. So, you are from Madhya Pradesh.
Yes, I'm from Madhya
Okay,
Pradesh.
okay. And you said you are a student. What course do you do?
I'm doing my B.Ed, Bachelor of
BEd.
Education,
Okay.
and I have completed my second semester.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you want to become a teacher, right?
Right, I want to be.
Yes. Why? What is the reason? Why did you choose this field? Why do you want to become a teacher?
I feel I'm good enough into this field, and literally, I'm interested when I teach students. I feel good when I connect with them. Earlier, I didn't have any kind of interest in teaching field, but when I started learning this, and after learning this, I got a job in a school. Then I'm more interested into this, and then I thought, why not to be a teacher, like as a government teacher, I can work. So I started preparing for this, and I'm just looking forward to be a good teacher, not
Okay,
only
so
a
you are
private teacher, but
preparing for
a government teacher.
government job.
Right, right. I'm
Okay.
preparing for this.
So that's great. You have a clear-cut vision that what you want to become, and it's a really, each and every student out there, they should have this kind of mentality. When I was preparing, when I was appearing my PG exam or even my 10th standard, I wasn't aware of what I want to become in my future. So, okay. So my point was to say, your viewpoint and your mentality is really a great thing, which other people should also have. And when I was in my schooling time and also the college time, I wasn't bit aware of what I want to become in my future. I was just completing my studies. I want to have. I wanted to have a huge degrees. That's enough. So, on the contrary, you are here with a clear cut vision that you want to achieve a government job. So, it's really a great thing. So, Rani, tell me what is the real reason behind your determination? You want to become a government teacher. So, what inspired you to become, you know,
That's a nice question, and I can say it's a big reason behind it to be a government teacher because in my family so far, no one got any government teacher. Like, there are many people, they are on good food in my family, but
Mhm.
there is no girl who is doing something, and I just want to be that girl. I
Okay.
just want to be in that sector. I want to show myself. So I think this is the biggest reason for me. For that, I want to do something.
Okay, so you just want to prove yourself. Being a girl, you want to prove yourself, right? That's a great thing. So you a feminist?
I'm not getting your point. Yes,
Are you a feminist?
yes.
Oh, okay. So you are believing in yourself and being a girl, you want to prove yourself, and you are not ready to depend on someone else. So it's a kind of mentality that all the girls should have, and I think in this present era, almost all the girls have your this same mentality. So okay, and can you tell me, is there any difference between getting a government job or getting a private job? Because there are a lot of people, they are working under private sector, right? So and in some private jobs, they are getting a good package, handsome amount of salary as well. So why don't you want to get into some private jobs? There are multinational, not multinational, actually international schools in our own country as well, right? So why don't you want to get into those schools? Because you have already spilled the beans that you want to become a government teacher, right? So Do you think that you are focusing only on the government job, or
Yeah, why not? I would select that. But you know what? Like already I have told you my biggest reason why I want to redo this. And the second, like I want to prove it for my family also. And between my all cousins, I would tell you, like I have cousins. I think we are more than 20, and none of them they are studying. None of them they are doing a job.
Mhm.
Yes. And as already I have been working as a private teacher, so I know the condition being a teacher when you are working in a private sector or you are a teacher. Just you are getting a salary, it is just a so cold salary as you are working, and you are not going to get the same kind of respect. I think that you can get in government sector. Like you will get salary. I'm not just want to be a government teacher only for salary. I just want to show myself. I just want to make my career in a right direction. And I can say like if I am in a government sector, I can do more as much as I can do. But when you are working in a private sector, it means like you are just working under the pressure. Doesn't mean how much you are doing, but you just have to listen to them, whatever they want you to do.
okay?
Yes, I think
So
this
does
is the
it mean
reason.
that there is no compulsion, or there is no any strict, strict laws when it comes to the government jobs?
Can you repeat that again?
I mean, I when I heard your words, I thought that your point is to say there is no compulsion, or there is no strict rules or laws when it comes to government sectors. That is why you want to be enrolled into government job. Does it so? I mean, does it mean so?
It's not like that. There are many restrictions. I think like in every field does not matter. Like I think whether you are in a government field and whether you are in a private field, but sometimes it is also on you how you are working.
Yeah, that's correct. Because I have also heard some news like many government teachers. I don't want to mention the name of the state, but I have seen some news. The teachers are not much qualified. Even they don't know how to read and write, but they are government teachers. And when some people, they rushed into the school to check on the teachers, and they caught red-handed that teachers were sleeping inside the classroom, and they were making the students to massage on their body. And when the people made them, whoever it is, when they rushed into the school, when they made the teacher to read or to write something, they were literally not able to do that. So how is it possible? On the one hand, the people like you, the determined people, well educated people, you are trying to prove yourself, right? So on one hand, the people like you, and on the other hand, some people are also there, right? They are not even able to read or write something in either in English or in Hindi. So how is it possible? So we cannot say that we are always safe in government sector, and government sector is the most successful and the admirable sector, right? Private sector, I think the things are much more nice and good when it comes to private sector. That's why in India, and I'm not sure about other countries, but obviously being an Indian citizen, I can tell about India. In India, people select to go with the private sector, especially in the education system, right? If I mean, we can take instance of our own case. Each and every parents, they want to send off their students, I mean children, to their private schools. Why this trend? Because there is something, right? What do you think about it?
As you already have mentioned that like you got to know something about the government sector, like the teacher are not educated properly, they are not able to write properly, they are not able to read properly. That is why like their parents have the fear if we get admission of our child in a government sector, like in a government school, we are going to spoil the future of our child. I think this is the problem, and this is the reason. That is why they are not ready to involve them. They are not ready to get their admission in government field. But as already you have mentioned again, like me, not like me, there are thousands of students. They really want to serve their country. They really want to serve their society. And if they try to be in government sector, I think that there will be no one. They will choose that private sector. They will choose that private school for their children because they will get a proper study. They will get proper education for their children in government school. We are not getting proper study in government school. That is why we are choosing private one. But if we have a good option, then why we move to that government? Just because of that education we are moving towards that. Like we think
Yes.
like in government, like in private sector, in private schools, our children are going to get a good education. We are going to get a good kind of facility, and like everything, and we are going to make our child's future well, whatever we want to do. I think this is the reason, that is why we are choosing always only private school. But I think if someone is providing good studies, like at our school, then government school is always good, I think, better than private one. Because personally, I'm working in a private school and I have seen the condition in a private school. They just exaggerating the things. They just want to show to their parents like how much things we are providing to their children. But only teachers and the management know the reality inside the school.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes,
I think at some schools it does happen, but on the contrary, there are so many other schools in which we can expect the original quality. I mean, the quality which they already promised about. So yes, previously in ages
right,
ago, it was possible to get enrolled into government job even if the candidate is not able to read or write. That means no, without having the eligibility, right? So but now the trend has been changed, and each and every people out there, they want to become a government employee. I'm not only talking about the education system, but almost all the government sector. So everybody wants to get into this government sector so that they could build a good and fabulous career, and every people treat the government sector as a secured position or a secured field. So there is a tough competition. So and I think nowadays in India, almost all the people, I can say a good proportion of the population, they are well educated. I can't say only educated, but well educated. And in order to get into the government jobs, they are proving, I mean, they are trying to prove themselves by preparing for the government exams on a daily basis. So I think nowadays the teachers, the government teachers, are also bit more eligible as compared to the previous one. So I think in the
right,
upcoming years, the quality of the government schools will also be increased so that we could expect a transition from private school to government schools, right? Parents would definitely
right. You're
support
correct.
government schools because nowadays the people like you and me and other, as you said, the thousands and lakhs of people out there in India, educated people, they want to get into this particular field. So there is a tough competition, so they have to prove themselves, right? So the quality
Right.
will be increased so that we could expect a transition from this particular field to government sector. Yes.
Yeah, right. You are correct.
Yes.
And I think it is completely on person how they are preparing for them. Like really, they want to do something for their country, for their society. And if they are a teacher, if they are working, does not matter. Like in which sector, like whether they are teaching in a private school, whether they are teaching in a government school. If they are working honestly, if they are doing their job honestly, so everything is good. I think both sectors are good.
Yeah, actually, there is a trend among the people that if they think about getting in, I mean, a job, job, then obviously they want to go for a government job. But when it comes to choosing a school for their kid, then obviously they would go for private sector, right? This is the paradoxicity of
Right.
society. And I think, as I said, now this trend has to be changed, and obviously it will be changing in the very
Yeah,
upcoming
it will.
years, right?
Right. You're right.
And the next reason for why the people are, they are wanting to get an admission for their kid in private school, just because of their ego and the complex, right? Because
You're correct.
right, so the complexity or the ego, that was also a matter here. It's not only about that believe in private school, or that insecurity about government school, but moreover that people are much more concerning about their ego, right?
Yeah, you are right. I can say like people ego and their thinking are just killing their child's future. They think like if we get admission in a big school, like we are going to get a good name in our society too. First they think about their same name, then they think about their children. They do not care about much about like children study, whether he is doing well in their study or what he is doing, what he is not doing. But he is caring about like my children, my child is going to a school in a big school. It's like matter a lot for them.
Yes, yes. And we
Yeah,
have a strong history in India. Ages ago, people used to study the things only by sitting at home, and there wasn't any advanced technology or an advanced system to learn the things. But even though the people back then, they were, I can say they were versatile. They were, they were good. I mean, they had a good knowledge about different spheres, whether it is, science or astronomy or whatever the thing it is. They had a good knowledge, and all this knowledge they gathered only by sitting at their home. Or even there was a system called, people used to, the children used to go to the gurus, the teacher's home, and they used to live there for almost 5 or 10 years, just to get knowledge, the so-called education system. And even during that time, just by experience the real life, they had learned a lot of things. And because of that, even now India has a good identity among the other countries in this world, right? So
right.
it's not only, I mean, we cannot say that we could get a good education only if we get enrolled into any international
Big
school
school.
or CBSE school. But we can assure that if we are really interested into, or if we really are willing to, I mean, if we are really willing to support our children, then obviously it doesn't matter whether it is a government school or private school, they are going to do amazing in their life, right?
Yeah, we can't completely say like if you are studying in an international school only then you are going to make something, you are going to achieve something. No, sometimes it depends on your society, it depends on your atmosphere, it depends on your like I'm say upbringing too.
Yeah. Yes. And because of this complexity, what happened nowadays, the system of education has become a business, right? Now we can say
Right.
that education is no more education, but moreover that it
It
has
is just
become
completely business.
a business sector. Nowadays, we can see a lot and numerous schools in a small town. We can take an instance of a small town. There would be a lot of schools, and some schools would be very bigger. Some would be some very smaller, just like a small shop. So nowadays the system has been changed, and everybody treat it as a business. And people know about this trend. But even though, just because of that ego, we want to get that admission in a better school, just because of our ego, right? If the colleague
Right.
would ask, hey, in which school have you got admission for your children, then obviously that would affect my ego if I got admission in in an inferior school as compared to theirs, right? So it was all because of the ego. Even though we know about this business mentality, we are not, concerning that. We don't think that it is a huge thing, even though we know about it. And next thing is that each and every people, they are making it as, I mean, I'm telling this from the viewpoint of an entrepreneur. They want to they want to take the most advantage of from the sector. Previously they were just the teachers themselves treating themselves as the part of god, and I am the god. Being a teacher, I am the god, and I have to provide a good education. So this was the mentality. Nowadays it is changed, and the teachers, their concern is just only to get a good amount of salary. And also the I can summarize that the trend has been changed. Nowadays we cannot say that education is education more, but moreover that it is a business, right?
Yeah, you are completely right about it.
Yeah.